Good morning, Conestoga. My name is Avery Maslowsky alongside Owen Cutler. Good morning, Conestoga. My name is Avery Maslowsky alongside Brendan Burns.
Today is Tuesday, December 11th, and day 3 on your schedules.
Conestoga has almost 200 clubs. We bring you another feature on just one of these later in the show. Welcome back, Conestoga, and a Happy New Year's to you. My name is Avery Maslowsky alongside Drew Guh.
Today is Wednesday, January 2nd, and day 6 on your schedules.
Drew, do you have a New Year's resolution you'd like to share?
Yeah, sure, Avery. My resolution is to pass chemistry. Shout out to Dr. Best.
Well, that's good, and good luck to you, Drew. Lots of Stoga students made New Year's resolutions. We have more on that coming up in the show. Good morning, Conestoga. I'm Avery Maslowsky alongside Bridget Bailey.
Today is Thursday, February 14th, and day 4 on your schedules. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day, Avery.
Thank you, Bridget. Happy Valentine's Day to you, too. We have a lovely show for you today, but before we start, we want to start with something a little bit more serious. On this day 1 year ago, the students of Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida experienced a tremendous tragedy. 17 members of their school community lost their lives in an act of violence. Please join us in sending some love and positive energy to the Parkland community with this 17-second moment of silence, 1 second for each person that lost their life. Stay tuned to TETV sports commentators bring you their picks for the NFL playoffs this weekend. We have an exciting contest brewing here in the studio that we would like the entire student body and staff to be a part of. We have 2 new GMS opening introductions, but we just can't decide which one we like the best. Freshman elections are this Thursday during homeroom. Meet the candidates later in the show. There is still time to donate back to the community this giving season. Take a look into the Big Give later in the show. Today marks the 17th anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks on our country. On the morning of September 11, 2001, shortly after 8:45, 4 commercial airplanes were hijacked in a planned attack against the United States. 2 of the planes were intentionally flown into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City, causing their eventual collapse. A 3rd airplane was flown into the Pentagon outside of Washington, D.C. On the same morning, a 4th airplane with passengers who had overtaken their hijackers crashed into a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Nearly 3,000 Americans lost their lives. In the aftermath of these attacks, countless Americans demonstrated heroism and compassion in service for victims and survivors. Don't go away because this very short episode of Good Morning Stoga starts right now. Don't go away because Good Morning Stoga starts right now. Today we celebrate the signing of the Constitution of the United States of America on September 17, 1787. In May of 1787, 55 men met in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to make some changes to the Articles of Confederation. After many discussions, several debates, and a great many compromises, these men created a totally new document to govern the United States of America. This was the Constitution. The Constitution was only 4 large handwritten pages long, but it created the ideas on which the United States government was founded. Ideas of liberty, equality, and justice. Starting to think about midterms, the National Honor Society is hosting midterm review sessions on Friday, January 18th and Tuesday, January 22nd. The review sessions are open to all students and are during all periods in room 268. And only one club announcement for today. Key Club will meet after school in room 142. Attention seniors, tomorrow you will have the opportunity to vote between 2 graduation gown options on Schoology. If you are interested in seeing or trying out a sample before you vote, you can visit the main lobby during any lunch period today. Do you love theater? Can you write? If yes, consider applying to be a Cappy's critic. The Cappy's team has openings for 3 new critics next year. Applications are outside room 233. Ronan Mayak, also known as Ronnie G, may have graduated last year, but his legacy at Conestoga lives on. Hot Cocoa, the critically acclaimed music video, was nominated for a National Student Emmy. Congratulations to director and cinematographer Gabby Miko, as well as producers Katie Rosenblum and Drew Wetzel. The ceremony will take place in Los Angeles with Tom Burragon from Dancing with the Stars as the host. Stay with us as more details emerge about how you can watch the live stream to see if you could go to the school with an Emmy Awards winner. Mediation's Big Give is happening now through December 19th. Participate in Latino Culture Club's Toy Drive, Peer Mediation's Stocking Drive, AASU's Shoe Drive, and Key Club's Gift Card Drive. All donation bins can be found in the main lobby. And attention all Honors World History students, the library is hosting an in-text drop-in help day. From 7 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon, the librarians will be near the tables by the project book cart tomorrow to help with works cited pages. Seniors, if you have not already, please go online immediately to order your cap and gown. See the Schoology post from Mrs. Gately to access the link. The class of 2019 will wear the garnet gowns with gray stripes on the sleeves. Open house was last night and Jack Susanna was there mingling with your parents. He brings us coverage of the event. Oriana Riley and Madeline Engelman. Winners, please stop by the library today to pick up your prizes. For everyone else, there are still more chances to win today. Try the Connect the Dots Challenge or play Book Trailer Bingo. Happy Teen Read Week. And only 2 college visits are today. 7th period is Boston University, and 8th period will be the University of Pittsburgh. Both visits are in the faculty dining room. The canned food drive is in full swing and will continue through next Tuesday during homeroom. Please bring in any non-perishable food items by Friday and help to stock local food pantries before the holiday season. The homeroom that collects the most food will be awarded donuts courtesy of Student Council. And if you are interested in submitting then and now pictures for the yearbook, you have only 3 more days to do so. No photos will be accepted after this Friday, November 16th. All submissions can be made on stogayearbook.com. Another deadline is to all those wanting to perform at the Coffee House this Friday. The sign-ups to sing, read poetry, or possibly perform some stand-up comedy close by the end of the day today. Thanks, Brendan. And as we enter 2019, winter sports are in full swing here at Conestoga. Ethan Shue is on the desk with updates on what Stoga teams were up to over the break. Good morning, Ethan.
Good morning, Avery. Happy New Year.
Today, in homeroom, your teacher will be posting important information regarding the Conestoga Care Team. This support team is specialized and available to any student in need of help. Here is Mrs. Whalen to tell us more.
Good morning.
And before we say hello to the weekend, Jonah Enoch brings us some final club announcements for this week. Good morning, Jonah.
Oh.
And before we sign off, we would like to extend our heartfelt sympathies to the Feldman family and the teachers and friends of Oliver. We will now hear more about the loss of our friend and fellow pioneer. Thanks, Alexa. Today's lunch is barbecued pulled pork on a Kaiser roll. That's all the news we have for you today. Thanks for watching Good Morning Stoga. For Jonah Enoch, Jack Susanna, and Bridget Bailey, and Owen Cutler, I'm Avery Maslowsky. Have a great Friday and a great weekend, Conestoga. Hello and welcome to the second edition of TETV News. My name is Avery Maslowsky. This month we are joined by Beaumont Elementary School students to give us a look into just what Beaumont is doing this fall. Conestoga put on The Miracle Worker for its fall drama. It tells the story of young Helen Keller and the influence of her teacher, Anne Sullivan. Justin Emilio spoke with the actors prior to the show. And while it is still only 2018, students and administration are planning the class of 2019's graduation. This year, administration has decided to change gowns to having one singular color. Kat Walton examined the history of the robe colors and spoke with students and administration on the change. In June, the district held 4 parent focus groups to gather input regarding the process for managing reported threats. In addition to the focus groups, parents were also invited to provide feedback through email. When considering enhancements to the threat assessment protocol, the district worked collaboratively with parents, government, and private safety and mental health agencies and legal consultants to ensure the threat assessment protocols reflect input from both our local community and experts in the field of school safety. The enhancements also incorporate best practices obtained through literature, analysis, and review. We thank the focus group participants and all parents who provided input to the district. This month also marked a month of celebration. On Sunday, May 20th, the cast and crew of Nice Work If You Can Get It was awarded Best Musical for the 3rd year in a row. Other individual award winners included senior Bryce Bundens for Best Supporting Actor, senior Charlotte Kalick for Choreography, and senior Caroline Blank for Stage Management and Stage Crew. This month as well, senior Chloe Castelli won 1st place in the Ryan Costello Congressional Art Competition. The event doubles as the Chester County High School Art Festival and had over 500 other pieces. But before the 2017-2018 school year ends, Conestoga students have finals to look ahead to. That's all the news we have for you this month. Thank you for watching TETV News. For Jasmine and Kevin from New Eagle Elementary School, Nora and Teddy from Hillside Elementary School, and Daniel and Vishnu from Valley Forge Middle School, I'm Avery Maslowsky. See you next month for another segment of TETV News. A supernova is not just a celestial occurrence anymore. It's now going down in San Antonio. Details on the championship tonight in sports. If there aren't many other kids in your homeroom, I can tell you why. Villanova is back on top for the 2nd time in 3 years. I'll give you the game overview in sports. The Pioneers take to the ice tonight in their journey to the state championships. More details in sports. Both lacrosse seasons are in full swing after yesterday's game against Springfield. Details on both the boys and girls win in sports. The swim team flooded the district championship leaderboards this weekend. Find out more coming up in sports. Baseball beat Downingtown East 11-10 yesterday, and now they are the 3rd seed in the state tournament, which begins next week. But unfortunately, girls softball lost in Neshaminy 16-6 yesterday. Tuesday, the softball team beat the Ridley Raiders with the final score of 9-5. And depending on the weather forecast for this afternoon, both lacrosse teams take on Springfield. The girls' varsity team plays the Cougars on Teamer at 4, and JVA follows. As for the boys, the varsity team is set to travel to Springfield for a 3:45 game, with the JVA team to follow as well. And finally, the boys' tennis team takes on Radnor away at 3:30. And last night, the Villanova Wildcats defeated the Michigan Wolverines in the NCAA championship game with the final score of 79-62. After a nerve-wracking start, the Wildcats took charge of the game before halftime, topping the scoreboard with 37 points over the Wolverines' 28. In the second half of the game, Nova accumulated another 42 points, while Michigan only got 34. And while nothing has been officially stated regarding when the Nova Parade will take place, I'll keep you updated throughout the week. That's all I've got for sports. Now let's head back to Reagan and Nick.
Good morning, Avery.
Good morning, Reagan. This weekend, the girls and boys swim teams traveled to LaSalle University to compete at the District 1 Championships. On the first day of the competition, the girls kicked off with a medley relay consisting of Sophia Poeta, Alex Marlowe, Madison Ledwith, and Lauren Deal. The relay tied for 5th place, qualifying for states and tying a school record. In the 100 butterfly, Ledwith placed 2nd, breaking a personal and school record. On the second day, Ledwith placed 3rd in the 100 freestyle, and Poeta placed 2nd in the 100 backstroke. And the Pioneers finished off the weekend with a 6th place finish in the 400 freestyle relay of Hay, Marlowe, and Ledwith. The boys' team placed 3rd overall in the championships. Brendan Burns was named swimmer of the meet with 2 individual wins in the 100 butterfly and 100 backstroke, and set a pool and district record. 1 record in the 100 butterfly in his gold medal swim. And in the 200 medley, Oliver Brown, Evan Zhao, and Arjun Rao teamed up with Burns for a 2nd place finish. In the 400 freestyle relay, Burns, Rao, and Kevin Ryle finished 4th. Ryle himself placed 6th in the 200 freestyle and 5th in the 500 freestyle. Brown also medaled, placing 5th in the 50 freestyle and 8th in the 100 freestyle. That's all I've got for sports. Now back to Reagan and Kyle. And 10 of our rowers are headed to California next week to compete in the 2018 Youth National Championships from June 8th to June 10th. But that's all I have for sports right now. Let's head back to JP and Mr. Austin. And Kyle, the boys basketball team had an eventful night on Friday, traveling to Delaware County to play against Garnet Valley. Sadly, the boys went home without a win, ending the game with a score of 50-53. The Jaguars won the game with a last-second 3-point shot.
Good morning, Reagan. Well, the first round of the Flyers Cups begins tonight. The Pioneers face Pencrest at 7 at Iceline. After finishing the season with an overall record of 15-2, the Pioneers have clutched first place in the North Division of the Central League and 3rd seed in the AA level of the Flyers Cup. If the Pioneers win both tonight's game and Wednesday, they secure their spots in the championship game on Thursday. And congratulations to Michael Mulholland for officially signing to Hobart College for squash. That's all I've got for sports. Throw things back to Reagan and Kyle.
Thanks, Avery. And
the sun is out and shining right now, but snow is in the forecast for next week. Details and weather. I just tried to catch some fog, but I missed. Details on how the thermostat may read 50 degrees, but there's no chance of seeing the sun today in weather.
For the week. Yesterday felt like summer. Will that continue, Avery?
Well, Claire, unfortunately today it will not feel like summer. We're going to be in the 40s throughout the day.
Is the rain out of here for good, Avery?
Well, Claire, unfortunately the rain is coming tonight. Right now, though, it is 38 degrees and it feels like 34. At 9 a.m. it will be 40 degrees and those clouds will still be out there. The clouds are going to stay consistent throughout the day until about 6 o'clock. But at noon, we're going to be feeling 47 degrees. We'll reach our daily high at 2 o'clock with that 50-degree temperature like I mentioned in the pre-show. And at 6 o'clock, those clouds will turn into rain with the temperature of 47 degrees. Moving into our 5-day, like I said, we're not going to be feeling those 60-degree temperatures that we were this weekend, but still in the mid-40s. On Thursday, we're going to have a high of 49 degrees and a low of 42, with clouds and showers throughout the day. The Philadelphia Auto Show is back in town now through February 10th. It features hundreds of activities and cars for automobile addicts and the general public alike. Avery Maslowsky, Good Morning Stoga.
Caroline O'Brien's insert. Charlotte DeVries at the top of the circle again. Carly Hine to her left and Sarah Rogowski to her right. Nothing new for the Pioneers. I wonder if this is going to be effective for them, because at this point, Downingtown East can predict every corner.
Well, they had a timeout, so I would look for something different here.
Not this time. Looks to drive. Maybe to a reverse shot. Blocked by Ava Irwin. Wow.
That was close.
Charlotte DeVries is looking to rebound that ball again on the left-hand side, but she's blocked by Downingtown East player who drives it down the field. But also, we can't discredit the Pioneers for staying on their offensive side almost this entire half. They are on the circle. But Downingtown East is a strong defensive team. They are holding their press, and they are clearing it out every time.
I think
they are celebrating. This is the replay of the goal. Shot right up, and it goes off of Katie Clemson's pads. An unfortunate goal for the Pioneers, or against the Pioneers, rather.